So Salesforce generates $40 billion a year because 90% of the Fortune 500 are locked into their ecosystem. It's the ultimate defensive mode until AI shattered the very constraints that it was built on. So if you're building in a mature category, you aren't just adding an AI layer, you are exploiting a structural flaw in your competition that they can't fix without destroying their own business. So here is the three-step AI wedge framework to crack open even the most crowded of markets. Step one is map the category. To find a way in, you have to look past the features and actually understand the incumbent's economics. So identify their primary revenue model, the constraints that that model depends on, and how AI will make those constraints irrelevant. Step two is find the X constraint. An X constraint is a structural condition that was, once a fundamental requirement for the industry, but is now obsolete thanks to AI. The wedge isn't just a new idea. It's a thesis on why the incumbent's entire way of doing business no longer makes sense for the market. Define your thesis by filling in the blanks for these three sentences. First, the incumbent was built when this constraint was unavoidable. Second, AI eliminated that constraint by this specific mechanism. And then third, without that constraint, what about the incumbent's pricing, architecture, or org no longer makes sense? Step three is identify what breaks. A durable wedge forces your competitor into a lose-lose scenario. You want to force the incumbent to choose between having to defend their own market share or protect their existing profit margins. Intercom is the case study here. They saw a shift from humans responding to a support queue to autonomous resolution. They actually self-disrupted by shifting to a per-resolution pricing model and a new product called Fin. Most public companies can't afford to do that. They are forced into this slow, awkward bleed because they can't defend their territory without leaving just a gruesome mess during their earnings calls. So test it. Write out this sentence. When my startup wins, the incumbent has to either this or that. Both of these must contain a real tangible business model pain. So cracking open a mature category is not about being the AI version of something that already exists. The wedge isn't the AI itself, it's the specific constraint that AI eliminates and the specific sacrifice that the incumbents have to make to stop you. Subscribe to First to Market to get the full written out playbook